Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you guys all out there, wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful week, beautiful day, Monday morning, the most difficult day of the week. But hey, guys, we have to work. We need to be up and doing, and that is why we are here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday's game, Chelsea AC Milan, it ended 4-1. Even though I predicted 3-1, it ended 4-1. And look, I'm excited, I'm glad for many reasons. Many reasons. Today, we understand the players will be taking a break. They will have to go and spend some quality time with their family and return tomorrow. It is very important because as we speak, the league is about to kickstart next weekend. This weekend. Yes. And so therefore the player need to be ready for the game. Physically, mentally, in fact, even spiritually. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. But then, right now, I want to say a few things about the game last night. Later, we will continue to diagnose the entire, Chelsea's performances in the past weeks or past months, from the Conference League final to the Club World Cup and to the 2.5 weeks holiday we had. Coming back a week ago for pre-season and the games we played so far, we've scored 6 goals, conceded just 1. 6 goals and conceded only 1. But we will have to go deeper in the coming days in all this. Now, quickly. Like I said yesterday, the game ended 4-1. Delap actually scored double. Delap scored a brace in another subline attacking display from Chelsea. Some question marks defensively needed to be answered, and I have something to say on that. Remember, our next game, our first game in the Premier League is against Crystal Palace. Yes, it's against Crystal Palace. But remember very well that as things are right now, for me, in my own opinion, Chelsea are ready. Chelsea are ready. And listen to what our head coach had to say yesterday after the game. Let me just give you 1 or 2 things that he said before I continue. He said, our identity, from my point of view, is quite clear. We try to manage games to keep the ball and off the ball. We try to be very aggressive. And I think during last season, Premier League, Conference League, and the Club World Cup, we show that, and hopefully we can continue on that and improve. You see, why I read this for you? Because of the word very aggressive. It was clear that Chelsea showed aggressiveness in that first half of the game. Especially the first 15-20 minutes, we were very aggressive in attack. I have never seen Chelsea being so aggressive on the ball and off the ball in a very long while. No wonder we scored the first 2 goals in 8 minutes. Because we were very aggressive. And anytime Chelsea gets the ball, the opposition defense will always be confused. Always get confused. I heard someone saying that, AC Milan wasn't in the best form. Hey, AC Milan was in best form. Remember, they played against one of their games. They won 9-0. You might say they play against a smaller team, but those are the games that gives confidence. Rafael Leo was on form. Many other players, they were, even when they brought in the 39-year-old man, Modric, you saw the change he brought into their midfield. He stabilized their midfield. But you see, as we speak, this preseason wasn't even a proper preseason per se, like we used to do. But it's very outstanding. It served its purpose. The 2 games we played served its purpose. Usually we travel abroad for preseason. This time around, we stayed home and we invited other teams to come in. And it served its purpose. We didn't travel. After the Club World Cup, My only worry is that fatigue might set in along the line during the season because the players are likely to get tired for lack of enough or proper rest during the international break. During the summer. That is my only worry. Apart from that, we are ready to go. We are ready to kickstart the season. Maybe November, December before we begin to feel the fatigue. Because right now, our players, they are not showing any sign of fatigue or tiredness. It's like so much energy in this squad. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your breakfast, and I'll not be taking much time. But let me quickly say, Pedro, Neto, and Joao Pedro, they've been excellent in both games that we played. Pedro, Neto, and Joao Pedro, both are Pedros. So the Pedros, they've been very excellent. I'm just wondering, Estava will have a tough time to displace Pedro Neto from that right wing. He'll have a tough time. Estava, an outstanding player, but Pedro Neto's experience in the Premier League made him the first choice. In my own opinion, Liam Delap. Listen, guys, I was happy for the guy last night. I was happy for him yesterday. Why? Because he needed a goal to get his confidence back. I have some oppositions here in the studio because of Jackson. Because they felt like I've been there for Jackson. Listen, Liam Delap and Estava helped in that sense to get, if you watch, Estava picked the ball. He won the penalty. Estava won the penalty and he picked the ball. He was coming to play, but he asked Liam Delap approach him. Hey guy, I need my confidence back. I need to score this goal to get my confidence back. And he was given the ball by Estava and he struck, and lo and behold, confidence recovered. That was why the second goal came so clinically. That goal that Liam Delap scored, that second goal, it's a typical number 9 goal. He didn't break the ball. He didn't stop the ball. Well timed and everything. Even the pass was well timed from Neto. Everything was on point. And then Liam Delap's second goal came in. Joao Pedro 2 goals. Liam Delap 2 goals. Delap 1 goal. Yeah, Joao Pedro 1 goal. The first goal was scored by free kick, an own goal. Is it Cobbis they call him? The free kick from Rhys James, Capito, dangerous free kick into the area, and the defender could not stop it. He couldn't help but putting the ball into his own net, and that was the first goal. Then Joao Pedro's goal came on before Delap. Ladies and gentlemen, it ended 4-1. Chelsea, right now as we speak, we are ready. We are ready. And let me just say this. In my personal analysis of the game, okay, we have defensive issues to sort out. And these defensive issues, in my own analysis stems out of 3 things. Chelsea defensive issues that I observed last night or yesterday afternoon, where it depends on where you are, stems out of 3 things. 1, our forward lines not playing enough pressure, especially after we scored the 2 goals. Our forward lines we're not applying enough pressure on the ball any longer. We lift our feet off the paddle, especially Cole Palmer. Second, Enzo Fernandez looks like someone playing his first preseason game. Enzo Fernandez, he looks like someone that was playing his first preseason game. He looks tired. He wasn't really dictating the pace of the game as expected, especially after we scored our first 2 goals. 3, our defensive line. We can do better. Yes, our defensive line. You see, Enzo wasn't physical in the game, but our defensive lines can do better. Now, I also observed that even Caicedo, after we scored a goal, he looks tired somehow. The moment the red card happened, Chelsea went to default mode. The moment the red card came in, Chelsea went to default mode in regards to their energy level. They quickly recoil into default mode in regard to their energy level, which is normal. It is normal. You score 2 quick goals, you can try. You have to try to reserve your energy because you still have a long way to go in the game. It is normal. But sometimes you have to know your opponent very well, otherwise they will punish you. Last season we've seen it severally. Chelsea, after starting games very well, then we will now go on to default mode, and it affects our final, points. Sometimes we end up losing the match, or they equalize, or last minute we have to fight back to win the game. So we need to observe these things in the game, this coming season. Second half was crazy. Second half, in my opinion, it was crazy. Especially when the changes were made. Estavao coming on, Esugo coming on, with some other players. Trevor Chalobah being taken off for Joshua Champon. And, it was Hacho and the rest coming on. It was crazy. And that is how come we were able to score the third and the fourth goal. My final take. It's your breakfast. My final take on the game. Before I let you go on the game. Then I'll touch on 1 or 2 things before we go. My final take from Chelsea AC Milan. Gittins is still not there yet. Gittins is still not there yet, as he needs to calm down and take it easy. Goals are coming. Yeah, he shouldn't try to impress that much. He should take it easy and play his game. The goal will come on its own. The goal will come. A goal by Gittins could change everything for him in his career in Chelsea. But he needs to calm down. Definitely, we can do better defensively. Joao Pedro and Delap are uniquely different in their own ways, and it's an advantage for Chelsea going into the upcoming season. Let me also add, Jackson is not gone yet. Jackson is still not gone yet. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, Jackson is not gone yet. All right, let me just run up with some other issues. One player that I also want to add up to here is Santos. Santos has gone under the radar a bit with all the new signings we've had. Not because he's not performing, but because of the other player that we have. We are no longer Santos coming on for Enzo Fernandez. We saw his output far better off. The energy level change in the game. He is a top player. Andrew Santos. Maybe I understand. Our focus shifted to Estavao. So most of us, we forgot about Santos. But the guy is a top-notch player. Direct replacement for Enzo Fernandez. This is a great scanning, and the touch that was brilliant that led to the goal. That led to Delap's original goal. I'm talking about Delap's original goal. Ladies and gentlemen, so keep an eye on Santos in the coming season. Chelsea are now pushing to include Christopher Nkunku as part of the deal for Xavi Simeon, who they believe to be valued around 40 million. So I believe he is their former player, right? Yeah. Christopher Nkunku is a former player. So let's wait and see. Chelsea are looking or pushing to include Christopher, as part of the deal to get Xavi Simeon. Do we still need Xavi Simeon and Garnacho at all in this squad? Yes, we need Xavi Simeon, but not Garnacho. We need Xavi Simeon. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Because though Chelsea scores 2 goals in 8 minutes, we need to have a stronger bench. We need to have a stronger bench. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Maresca speaking about Wesley Fofana. Fofana could be available for Crystal Palace, yes, and we are very happy because he's a very important player. Trev is fine. Trevor Chalobah, the injury situation, we understand. Even when you saw him walking, he was okay. He himself also posted on his IG. But Trev is fine. He decided to come off because it was too hot. According to our head coach, Trevor Chalobah decided to come off because the weather was too hot. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me go to our neighbors, our friends. Yes, Gyökeres scored for our good friends, right? I call them our good friends. You know what I mean? Gyökeres scored a goal for them. Is it yesterday? Yeah, a day before yesterday, right? Gyökeres scored yesterday. Ekitike scored. Plus, Witt gave an assist for Liverpool. Right? Chelsea already scored 4 goals from our new signings in 1 game. Let me ask, our City rivals, Manchester United rivals, Mbeumo and Cunha, they are yet to score or even give an assist. Mbeumo and Cunha are yet to score or even give an assist after 4 and 2 matches played. Yet, they will say, oh, it's preseason. But ladies and gentlemen, hey, preseason sometimes it matters a lot. It's the same energy level you're going to start the main season with. The confidence and everything. When I heard Manchester United fans, oh, we have Cunha, we have Mbeumo. Now, the next one I heard, they were even singing the name of Beleba. Beleba is not yet your player. You have to pay 80 million pounds to secure his services from Brighton. 80 million. And they are happy. Why they are happy? Because they said Beleba is on only 12,000 pounds a week. So if Manchester United decide to give him 120, the player will be happy to go. 12,000 pounds a week. And they did a calculation. He said in that case, in a year, he's taking about 300-something thousand pounds. Whilst Casemiro is on 350,000 pounds. That means that Casemiro's salary for two months can settle him for the whole year. Yeah. They said Beleba 12,000 a year is going to be about 600,000. Casemiro 300,000. So his 2 month wages, 2 weeks wages could settle Beleba's entire season. So they are excited knowing that they can convince the player. Well, go ahead and get a player. We are waiting. We will see what will happen during the season. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Say it clearly, but in a better way. This is to all our rivals. This is to our rivals out there. I'm ending it. And I'm sending this to our rival. I want to say it clearly, but loudly, with a calm voice. Pedro is better than Ekitike. Cole Palmer, better than Witt. Moise Caicedo, better than Gravenberch. Cucurella, better than Kekes. Reece James, better than Frimpong. The list goes on and on and on and on. Come on, Chelsea. The season belongs to us. Let's go. I'll see you guys on the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.